All the guns you'll be seeing today are available on solware.co.uk, based in Tamworth. Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're with the Kral Pro 500 today to do its test and review. This will be my final ever video on R&C on tour. We'll be switching over to Midlands airgun reviews, which I will leave the link to the description at the end of this video. So a bit of an emotional one, last one on R&C on tour, but we do have our new channel and it should attract more friends and more people likewise to us anyway. Okay then, without further ado, shall we get this tested? It'll be the last one, hopefully we enjoy it. Right then, if you're new to the channel, let me explain to you how this works. 23 metres away down there on our range, we have 2 target cards. One has got 5 small targets on. If you hit those 5 targets inside the red, you'll get 10 points for each. Then on our second card is a straight normal target card, but if you get 5 pellets inside the 10, you'll get another 50 points. Then we go on to our third card, which is the rings, and if you should hit the 4 top rings, they're worth 5 points each, that's 20 points. And then we have a bonus shot for 15, which is just over the size of a pellet. If you should hit that, you'll get 15 points, the maximum score being 135, and that's the total that you really want to hit. We say a gun in this test passes if it hits over 110. We would usually like to see a little bit more than 110, but 110's a pass. Anyway, shall we get on with it? Let's get it out then. Okay then, Kral Pro 500. Let's see what you can do. First shot is a 10. Second shot, 10. Third shot just in at the 10. Full shots a 10. Shot 5. 10. We move over to card 2, full house on the first card. 1. 2. I think that may just have pierced the ring. You might get away with that one. That was my fault, to be fair. And again, may just get away with it. And the last one is definitely in. I'll have to take a look at those cards, but I'll give you the scores in a moment. The 500 Pro is walking a very tight tightrope there. He's got away with those 2 shots which were right on the edge. I have to admit they were both my fault. I snatched both shots there. So I'm quite happy in a way that he still keeps his 100% because it would have been my fault. So he will take 100 points through into round 3. Let's see how he goes now. Shot 1's good. Shot 2 is good. Shot 3 is good. Shot 4. Good. So, just the bonus shot now, just as we run out of pellets. So, new magazine in. Okay. Bang spot in the middle for a 135. Just the way really I would have liked to end it on R&C on tour when I'm doing my last ever testing review with a 135. Fantastic. The gun's done really well there. I just couldn't fault it. Great, just absolutely great. We'll get ready now for its chrono test. Okay then, 5 shots across the chronograph just to see what kind of power this gun is pushing out. Shot 1, 236. Shot 2, 237, shot 3, 235, 4, 235, and the last one 234. So between 234 and 237 we'll take it at 235.5. Well, not bad readings there from our chronograph. The pellet, which was the Air Arms Diablo Fields at 8.4 grains, it was doing, once we changed the meters down to feet per second, 772.6 feet per second, which left it with power output of 11.14, and it had a joules of 15.10, so not too bad there on power. Okay then, well, you're back down with me now at the table with the Kral Pro 500, who's done really well. It's got accuracy, it's got a power there. I mean, anything over 11 foot-pounds is fine. 11.14 is great really, it does what it wants. Aesthetics of the gun. That Turkish walnut, absolutely lovely. It's not ambidextrous, however, it's only made for a right-handed shooter, as you can see by the shape of the back butt there. It's just made for a cheek piece for a right-hander. If Kral do a left-hander, I'm unsure, maybe they do. I've mated this up with the Nico Sterling Mountmaster 4x16x50, which seems to suit it well. I've got a little Get Shorty silencer on there to keep the noise down so we don't upset the neighbours. Trigger, really light, straight out the box, lovely. We've also got obviously our power adjuster, which is always on the max, which being a sub 12 foot-pound gun, I always say this, I don't know why you would ever move it, but it's there if you should ever want to. Safety catch is on the rear end of the gun here, as you can see. Back for safe, forward for fire. Cocking lever, very smooth, lovely to use. The gun itself all round really is a nice gun, it really is. Testing review today has gone perfectly well for it. I mean, there was 2 shots that went a little bit wayward, shall we say, on card number 2. My own fault, as I say. I'm never one to lie about things. If it was my fault, I'll say, and that was my fault. But besides that, the gun has done tremendously well. Recommendations, yeah, I'd recommend one of these. They're lovely, comfortable as well. The butt fits lovely. I love how the stock's all shaped really. There's not much grip, as you would say, but you don't need it because it's shaped really well to your hand and it grips really solidly. There's a little bit of stippling here underneath, which gives you a little bit of extra grip there, but besides that, no more stippling, just that little bit there underneath. But as I say, as regards the hand grip, you can also go thumbs up as well. It's designed there, 2 cutouts for your thumb. You can either go there or there, 2 little indentations, as you can see there at the back. So it's lovely shape for anybody or any which way you're a shooter really. So all in all, this gun has done amazingly well today. It's done better than I would have expected, especially being as, I do say this, I'm not a 177 shooter. I've never had much luck with 177. They've always been a little bit all over the place for me, and I've never had one that I can actually agree with. In this last league now that we're doing, that I'm finishing off today, this is the last one I'll be reviewing, as you know, for R&C on tour. Then we'll be swapping over to Midlands Airgun Reviews, which is straight again, it's not on the Rumble channel, it's actually still on YouTube. You just need to find Midlands Airgun Reviews, and I'll put a link in the description, as I said. But this is the last gun I'll be reviewing on R&C on tour before we switch to our new YouTube channel. But there's 2 Airguns 177 in this next battle league coming up in the 6 guns, and both of them have performed really well. Now, I will admit, at the point of this being recorded, I'm a little bit shaky on whether the Empire XS will stay with us. As you know, it had a few little problems when we first had it, as regards leaks and a few other little bits and pieces where it was obviously releasing more air and lower air at some points because the pellet was rising and going up and down. Still it's a 135 by the way, so even though that was going on, it seemed to have righted itself in the end. It could have been just because the gun was stored for quite some time and it was freeing up. But anyway, besides that, it's back in the shop just being fully checked out before we start our next Battle League. Obviously, I'm hoping that we can still keep that and it'll stay with us and it doesn't have to go back. But it's got a bit of a challenge on its hands here because this is just as good, if not better. So, 2 Kral 177s in there. We've got some very high line 22s in there with a Viroc HW110. We've also got the BSA. That should be there, shouldn't it? The TS Ultra should be in with the shot there. And we've also got the regulated Reximex Zone. Some good guns there, you know what I mean? You're really looking at some powerful guns. And so you've got these two. There's the Reximex, there's the Viroc. What else is there now? I'm trying to think what the other one is. Won't come to me at the minute, but I'm sure we've got 6 guns in. But oh yes, sorry. Of course we have. We've got the that Remington Vault with the air cylinder around the barrel, who's also quite a bit of a celebrity. That's had to be changed, by the way. We know when we recorded it, we had a synthetic one. We've had to swap to a wood one. It had got a leak and it was not interfering with the way the gun shot, but it was interfering with them. If I was filling it up overnight, I was coming to it next morning, it was empty. So it had to be returned, and the exchange gun is a wood one, so that's there as well. So this next league should be a really good one. There's some big heavy hitters there, a couple of 177s that are spot on, a couple of 22s there that are also quite dangerous and spot on. It's all about how they do up against one another. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a few drawn games with a couple of 135s each side, I really wouldn't. But today's gun, this Kral Pro 500, is definitely one to look out for in our next league. And our channel champion at the minute, which is the Kral Jumbo High Cap, may have a little bit to worry about here, I think, with this next Battle League coming up. There's some guns there that are proper dangerous and really good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for all the support you've given me on R&C on Tour. I hope you'll follow me now over to Midlands Airgun Reviews. Just exactly the same things we'll be doing. It's just that we needed a channel where the actual name expresses what we do, so nothing will be changing. We're just there. All the dog videos that everybody enjoys as well, when my wife takes out the dog and she films it retrieving for her, they'll all be over on Midland Airgun Reviews too. All the little shorts and everything will still be exactly the same. The only thing that I'll use R&C on Tour for now is for doing my drone videos like it was used for in the first place, really, before I started doing this. So thank you all very much for your support. Please follow me over to the other side, because it'd be nice to get that up and running and see actually how many supporters of what I do is there. If it's not as good as I think, I may call it a day and just leave it after this next set of guns. But hopefully we do get plenty of support, and you know, you're there to push me on to do more for you and give you the best I possibly can at this. It's not very easy to do it if you've not got support there, so I do thank you, and you've given me plenty of that on R&C on Tour, and I hope you do the same for me over on Midland Airgun Reviews. That's the end of this today. I know it's been a long-winded one, but I've had to say that many thank yous, and it's a bit of an odd one to say it's the end of the line for R&C on Tour with the Airgun Reviews, but it's not the end of us. We're just over on Midland Airgun Reviews, and I'll see you all there. Bye bye now. Don't forget, if you're worried how you get there, the link will be in the description of this video. Bye bye.